Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second semifinals of the Vyeshal Kyawlnez tourney between Frogg, Obstkuchen, and Josh. We're gonna be having a good match here, hopefully, and it seems our players are very quick at locking in their builds here in this wacky free-for-all tournament. Oh, everyone complaining about the Steam thing. I shut it down. I set my Steam to offline. Calm down. Calm down. Alright, we just need to have Frogg selecting a unit here, and then we should be ready. If anyone has forgotten the rules of the tournament, it's of course a free-player free-for-all on a standard-sized map, but there are scarce gristmills and no campfires, meaning that the amount of food on the map is going to be very, very low to prevent people from sitting there and just turtling. Very well, let's get to play introduction now that the match has started. In the right side of the map here, we have Frogg playing as the quartermaster. In the bottom side of the map here, we have Obstkuchen playing as Bellafide. In the left side of the map here, we have Josh playing as Hopper of the Common Folk. Very well, let's look at the match here. It seems like everyone's going for the classic farm play here. Nothing super exciting happening, so we can talk about the map while we're waiting. So, Obst here is sitting here with a very good pocket expand, but a little bit of high ground that can be very annoying here, but no one can actually get up on this high ground? No! And there's actually some forest in between here, meaning that if Obst just closes the front here, Obst is just sitting in his own corner of the map with no one actually able to get to him. Meanwhile, Josh here is also sitting with a second base very close to him, and poor Frogg is going to have to travel quite a bit of ways to actually get to his second base, but he does have a path through this forest here. Very well, let's see here. Squirrel's coming down here from Frogg here. He's going to place the squirrel one down there and hopefully try and see if he can go for some squirrels. Maybe he can make some plays with that. It seems like everyone's going 8 farms though and just Warren after that, so nothing's really going to happen here in the early game. It's just going to be nice, easy, chill early game. Everyone here going for income pretty quickly here. Not much of a lot of difference here, just a few seconds. And the army value here is just, everyone has army except Frogg. Here we go, Frogg has a little bit of army now with 1 squirrel out. Also gonna go for the second mill already, going for that very quickly, see if he can just mass eco it out. Josh doesn't necessarily have to be in the middle of the map, by the way. There's still this path here. This path here is gonna be very interesting. If he can go through that and go over to Frogg instead of attacking Josh. There might be some very interesting things happening here, but everyone is expanding extremely early. At the 2-minute mark, we're seeing 3 extra mills being built. And 2 turrets going up for Frogg here to defend his new expansion. Oh, I forgot the feed bar. Sorry, no one saw that. Very well, let's just get into here. So, I'm sorry for that. That did not mean to happen, and I have corrected myself now. Very well, so you can see here, Obst here is having a very close corner here. No one can actually get through this forest here, or this cliff here, and Frogg here has his bases just a little bit apart here, and Josh meanwhile is sitting here on 2 mills here, kind of in the middle of it all, but doesn't have to be when people can go through this little path here. Chad is just sitting here and I have this 30-second delay. Just calm down, there's a delay, people. Alright. People are still building farms here and just peaceful game so far. Not a whole lot of fighting going on. Drumfire cannon coming down from Obstkuchen though to defend his front here. Meaning he's just able to sit there on 16 farms if he goes for it, and no one can really push through that drumfire cannon. Looks like they're skewing out some farms here, and everyone's just going for quite a lot of farms here. It's going to be a heavy eco game. As heavy as this low amount of of eco here can really be. Snakes are going to be going forward here. Frogg's trying to get some snake poke off, perhaps. He's going to get one squirrel there for free. Very nice poke, very nice poke. Small value is everything. Ops, meanwhile, is just going to sit there behind his drumfire cannon with mass squirrels and 2 owls coming out. 2 badgers are coming out from Frogg, though, and 1 owl is coming from Josh here, so... Gotta go heavy into those T3s there. Very heavy into... Obstkuchen is going to be taken down here, but doesn't really matter as commander dies. He is just looking fine here. He's keeping 1 farm just in case of starvation. Frogg is not... Frogg is actually doing the same, and so is Josh. Everyone is prepared for the soft game here, it seems. Because there is no more mills to claim on this map, and they will have to fight it out. They will have to fight it out eventually. Of course, we'll see what happens, though. These two are very close there, while Ops is just sitting here in the corner for himself. But we never know. It's a free-play, free-for-all. People could just turn the other way, and suddenly, boom, some crazy stuff happens. Everyone's on 15 farms, though, and so far, it's just peaceful again. No one wants to attack anyone. Is this going to be a starvation timer game? Yeah, the drumfire there is just going to deny him. I felt like the winner would have been the one that builds 6 farms on their second mill and then keeps 2 for starvation purposes. That would have been funny to see. Nothing's really going to happen here again. Hopper goes down, doesn't really matter too much. Alright, Frogg here is just going to sit here and poke a little bit ahead with his army here, but not really go in. 2 badges up for Frogg, though. And is something going to happen now? He's going to actually attack here. There's actually going to be a fight here between these badges here. One of the badges actually go down here. Not a very good micro here on Frogg's part. And Frogg is actually forced to pull back here with heavy losses to his army due to this heavy MG here. Ops, meanwhile, is just sitting here having a good time. And he's going to try and perhaps go in here. Oh, he's going to poke with his ferrets there and just send the mice in. Do a lot of damage here and try and attack here and take out the falcons here. Poor Josh is being attacked from both sides now. And I don't think he can defend against Obstkuchen's army here. Not at all. And the first mill is going to go down here while the blue army of Obstkuchen here is just going to keep attacking. And keep trying to push here. While Josh is just not left with a lot of options to defend against all this. Now only 2 owls remain and a single falcon here to defend against these big bad mice. Ops gonna pull back for now though, with taking a few losses, but having taken a big bite out of Josh's everything. 4 MGs going down here to protect him, along with 2 squads just to replenish his army again. This means Josh can actually win the starve game because he can claim this and claim his 2 farms again to prevent starvation for a little bit longer. But he's going heavy MG here. He just wants to make himself not appealing to attack with all those defensive MGs. A mill goes down here. Obst has actually snuck an attack in on Frogg's first base here through this little pathway that I was talking about earlier there. And I didn't even notice. Well played on Obst taking out that one little mill there for free. That is just an empty mill though, and it doesn't really matter in this game anymore. Frogg's gonna keep building up his army though, and meanwhile there's gonna be some poke here from Obst here. There's gonna poke at these here, and there's gonna be another engage between Obst and Josh here. Josh, of course, is still weakened, and those MGs, while they do a lot of work, they're just not enough, and still, Josh is also up, but it's just not going to be enough. And there's going to be an attack from the other side, too, and they're both piling down. Frogg and Obstkuchen are both attacking from Josh. Poor Josh just sandwiched between these 2 players, and he's being bullied. And both his mills are taken out, and he loses the game. Poor Josh. Now it's just Frogg versus Obstkuchen in the semifinals of this here. Let's see who can win it and go to the finals. Oh, this is going to be such a great match here. Looks like Frogg is wanting to claim this mill here. Now that Josh is no longer in the game, he can try and go for this mill here. And perhaps get a big, delicious advantage from that. But Obst is not born yesterday. He knows what's going on here. And there's going to be a fight between these 2 mills here. these badgers here are going to be pulled back here. He's pulling back his whole army instead of only the badgers though, and he's going to fight under the mill here, trying to mill tank as much as he can. Those mice are going down now, and now the badgers are still here, ripping through whatever it is, but it's just not enough. It's not enough. That mill goes down. The badgers are the only thing really alive now, along with a few pigeons, and they're going to have to retreat there. And Obst's army is still looking very superior, especially now that the owls get to build up mice again and just go for huge, huge value. Obst's starting to starve though, but he still has yet one farm to build there, which means he can't get out of starvation. A fight's going to break out here though, and just the mice are going to be taken down by the badgers here. The mice are going to continue chasing here, and they're going to take off a few squads along with a few mice. And a gauge is going to happen here though, and those badgers there are going to try and rip and tear through all that, but there's just so much damage without mass falcon and mass owls. Too much army there, and those badgers are still alive though, and they're just getting huge value, but it's not enough. I don't think it's enough even with the huge damage output they have. One of the badgers goes down, the other one is doing so well, but it's just not enough. Obst here is going to try and do that. The Archer gets too close and is taken down, and Frogg loses the game. Congratulations to Obstkuchen for winning the semifinals and getting in on the finals.